The one in Hyde Park, that is a 55 plus, it's a disabled elderly community, said that I wasn't 55 years old. I'm 54 years old. Okay, I'm 54 years old and I'm disabled, as is my husband. So that was a bunch of you know what, too. So my question that I don't have the answer to, I'd have to research it, and I don't really have to do that. I do this, and somebody else knows the answer to that, like your governor, okay, your attorney general, your governor, whoever is giving these land allotments and approving permits and things to build an apartment complex. If the builders are being required to house people, so many people in that housing complex that are low income, okay, if anyone, because you don't want to even get, I'm not saying you're doing this, but Whittier Flats and the one in Hyde Park, it does raise an antenna. Okay, it raises an antenna about, are you trying to bypass what you were told you had to do, including the lotteries, okay, with a bunch of bull? Yes, a bunch of bull, where you pretend that you offered housing to these people and people didn't take it. That's the first one, or they disqualified. Okay, because now you've done the lottery, right? So I don't know if you have a thing where the state doesn't go, you've got to do another lottery. Okay, so hopefully I'm saying this hasn't happened, okay? But say just hypothetically, some other people, not my apartment people, went through a whole process like that where they tell the potential tenant that they're submitting it to housing and that has to be approved and everything. And then you actually approve them for an apartment and they're setting up utilities, and then all of a sudden you go, we thought you had a voucher. Should you be required to let those people live there for a year on 30% of their income? I don't know. I don't know. That's up to you guys and the state, whoever is doing that, the federal government of the state. Okay, because we know that people are doing all sorts of stuff to bypass giving out vouchers. So if there's still a hold on vouchers, that can be fully explained to you why that's going on. And I'm really not interested in your Trump-Biden wars. Okay, I'm not interested in that. You have to follow laws and ordinances and stop thinking you're just going to strong arm everybody, which that's usually one side of the fractions that does that, not the other side. Okay, I explained to the entire population in 2011 and 2012 what you have to do when you disagree with your elected leaders in your laws and things. Okay, you have to vote. You absolutely cannot just say, I'm not going to take your insurance when you're told it's universal health care. Okay, you absolutely cannot do that. Okay, you have to completely exodus the system. You can't use their commerce. You can't demand that police and fire departments show up. You can't demand, I don't know how your healthcare works, but you can't demand that you're somehow getting that from people. You can't demand food delivery, electricity, clean water, all of those things that are provided to you by your government. You have to completely give that up to do what some of you were doing.